Today and every day, we reaffirm our interdependence. We offer gratitude to those prophets who declared interdependence before us, from the ancients, Isaiah and Buddha, to Harriet Tubman, Rachel Carson, Stuart Udall, Grady Clay, and Carl Lynn, among many others. Each knew the landscape intimately and loved it deeply. In their honor, we acknowledge our responsibility to make places for life, liberty, and the pursuit of sustained happiness. This can only be attained through an ecological democracy, a deeply participatory government driven by systemic ecological thinking. This ecological democracy has been in the making for 50, 250, 250 million years, evolving from sea slime to the landscape of humankind. When I was practicing for this declaration, my grandson interrupted me with the question, "Grandy, are you older than sea slime?" I didn't answer, continuing on my practice, but with less certainty. We can choose to live happily within our limits or perish as independent ecological illiterates. Landscape architects choose to bend this evolution towards sustained happiness by committing our every resource to the following actions. First, community. That land is a community is the basic principle of ecology. So it has been for eons. Today, all humankind is tied together in one landscape, a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one community affects all communities. Land as a community has no cultural bias. To honor Aldo Leopold and Martin Luther King Jr., we commit to enhance community, ecological and cultural, as one indivisible unit through each of our design actions. Second, transactive language. For citizens and designers to work together effectively requires a new civic language that enables the citizenry to make responsible decisions informed by science and native wisdom. This language will be as lofty as stewardship of the global landscape, as provocative as proactive coastal retreat and living smaller, as explicit as the quarter-mile radius and scare distance. We pledge to create this language. Third, nature. The natural landscape speaks in ways older than words, telling us all we need to know to survive, filling us with every sensual pleasure we need to thrive. As our own poet laureate of the landscape tells us, and I quote from Grant, "Without nature's aesthetics, we are less than human. and we are lost. Nature opens the door to ecological understanding, the former experienced, the latter abstracted into principles of proper action. Even those unconcerned about the crises that we face love nature. Our skills are essential in providing nature to create a broad-based constituency for dramatic ecological action. We will not stand silent to witness the last child in the woods. We will make nature accessible to every child in everyday life so that every child has an equal opportunity to be eaten by a mountain lion, to watch a swallowtail emerge from its chrysalis, to skip rocks on flat water, to build imaginary cities from mud. Such experiences birth the constituency for ecological democracy. Myths. Long-held myths must be debunked. These include the legal misconception that corporations are people with the rights of individual citizens, but few of the responsibilities. That corporate money is entitled to buy and sell our democracy and destroy our environment. That land is foremost real estate. That the landscape is flat or safely made so. I sometimes think that topography is my only friend. That beauty is an elite domain defined by American-trained professionals, a status object to be marketed to the insecure. We will slay these misconceptions. We will never contribute to them. Capital. Virtual capital invested by the push of a single key on a laptop invariably maximizes short-term profits by disrupting ecosystems and cultures in distant places, out of sight, out of mind. Global economies consistently ignore the value of natural systems. We will not be party to this. Rather, we will develop place-based capital and work for place-devoted clients, clients responsible to the communities in which their capital is invested. This, of course, requires more long-term regional practice and less short-term consultancies spread thin around the world. Just beauty. The landscape can never be more beautiful than it is just. We vow to make the world both beautiful and just simultaneously. We claim environmental justice as our cause, knowing full well the difficulties therein. We commit to equitable access and distribution of landscape resources, costs, benefits, and joys. We will create places that welcome all segments of society, not just the privileged few. We will provide open space equally in every neighborhood. We will locate undesirable land uses fairly, regardless of race or class. We will map injustices in our own communities and find partners to overcome those injustices. Skill. Unique skills of a few landscape architects built the foundation for ecological democracy and are the basis on which we can promise these transformative actions. Every imminent danger is an opportunity for our holistic creativity to advance a plan based on an ecological unit rather than a political boundary, to design with resources others view as worthless, to make places that touch people's hearts. We will maximize seemingly mutually exclusive oppositions rather than compromise them. We will violate boundaries of discipline and scale. We will tackle intractable problems. This requires traditional and political skills and the capacity to achieve radical landscapes never before imagined. We will enable the next generation with all of these skills. We will inspire them by acting courageously on our own convictions. We will be Venus flytraps, not shrinking violets. Politic. Every design action is a political act. Whose politic will we style? We call for disassembling the politic in whose morass we are entangled. We envision democracy grounded in the idiosyncrasies of local landscapes the world over, expressing noble human values and distinctive ecological prognostications for each locality. We advocate powerful and visionary federal, regional, and neighborhood governance. We commit leadership in this overhaul. We will not tolerate the status quo. We will disobey unjust and ecologically unsound laws. We will negotiate, envision, resist, and provoke, each in necessary season. I am a landscape architect, and that is my declaration. I hope we share these actions.